Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Break Even Sports, where we talk about all the stuff that we don't talk about on the Tuesdays and Thursdays shows. So we got a lot of FCS, a lot of soccer, maybe some Formula One. NHL starts tomorrow. Maybe we'll be talking about that. As you can tell right now, it's just on. My God, right on time.
Right on money, baby.
Right
That's
on
right.
time. Gosh. So tonight it will just be the two of us mostly. I know Donnie may be joining later, and Patrick will not be here sadly. So we'll just be able to hopefully carry on for the two of us for a while. So
We will carry on in his memory.
he's
I'm
not
acting like he's dead or something.
He's not dead. No,
He's not.
Mr. Larson is not dead. He's not dead.
No, he's not dead. He's
So,
just he's stuck at work. That's all. He's just stuck at work.
which I don't know. Dead may sound like a better option if you're
I
stuck
would
at work.
honestly. That's how I felt when I was on my If it wants me to tune into the 2 a.m. He podcast for me. He's gonna need to pay me a lot more.
I like how as many people are talking about that, like that time keeps on moving like up earlier and earlier.
I know, it's hilarious. Well, that one. Okay, so listen, and this is something that me and Donnie we've been talking about for quite a while now, right?
Yep.
It's just it's a sports talk on strictly the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, something in the morning. I've always wanted to do a morning talk show, sports talk. And I thought that this was a great opportunity for us to do something. You know, I know he's been wanting to also get some practice on hosting and doing all in the podcasting. So I thought it would be a good idea to really get us going with that. And that's why I'm doing that only on Mondays, because I cannot get, Donnie to commit to, every morning. So
we'll try some other. We'll try more mornings. We got to get our feet wet first.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
I don't know, guys. When I saw the title of Breakfast Takes, I was thinking you were going to get into like your best favorite cereal, or
we will. Don't you worry. That's coming.
First burrito versus a sandwich.
That's right. Hey, what's up, Polly? What's up, happening? What's up, Jolly? Thank you. New background. That's right. I put in a little something different for all the people right there. I'm just trying to say, we're trying to spruce it up a little bit here.
Oh, Polly's got his girl on a second date tonight. All right.
We're both watching right now. Hey, hello, second date, time date.
Hi there.
Second date, yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Anyways, I'm sorry. I apologize, but that's the reason why we're doing it is 6 a.m. on the East Coast, so it's not as bad. Even though I do wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Donnie's like, that's too early.
I can't quite do that. Not and still go make it through the rest of my day. So
it's not that bad.
Yeah, you won't see my ass on there. That's way too early for me. Like if I'm ever making a guest appearance, that's either because I can't sleep or I'm gonna wear like one of them nightcaps.
Well, I told Ed he's kickstarting me. I've tried to get back into my walking. I used to get up and walk in the morning from 6 to 7. Yeah, I wish I did. That's more like Ed going to sleep at 9 and waking up at 5, not me, Jolly.
Y'all don't understand. I don't mess around when it comes to sleep. Listen, as soon as the show is over on Tuesdays and Thursdays, these guys sometimes they stay up, stay afterwards and talk and all that. I'm like, deuces.
It's like, I'm going to bed. See y'all. Boom.
Yeah, I don't mess around. I do not mess around when it comes to sleep.
So my goal after today is, and we'll see if it happens. If today happened and I can make tomorrow happen, then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I will be either walking the neighborhood or on that treadmill right there for an hour. And then we'll see if Wednesday happens. And if I can do that for 14 to 21 days, then I've created a habit again.
I was just going to say, it takes 21 days to create a habit, Donnie.
Yeah. So that's
also, by the way, I should point out also that Donnie did show up late to this morning's talk show.
Just want you guys to know. And I had to get upstairs, and yes, I went downstairs.
Made this biggest pot of coffee in the world.
Is it really such thing as showing up late to that? Like the fact that you showed up, period.
I know. I had to brew 24 ounces of coffee. It took a minute.
Listen, I'm trying to create a sports dominance here. Okay, this is what I'm trying to build something big here. Okay, my whole vision is to have my own place, my own studio, and all that, and then eventually try to have one of these guys move up to North Carolina, even though probably will never happen.
And what Jolly just said, I did go back and lay down in the bed for an hour after we got done with the show. I laid down and got in there for I didn't go back to sleep, but I went in there. I started watching cartoons because I texted Ed that we needed some show music because we didn't have any music for the opening. And I'm sitting there watching an hour of cartoons on MeTV. And I texted Ed, I'm like, we need some Saturday morning cartoon music as our opening. So
I'm good with that. I'll try. I told them that I will try to find something for that. So,
and
I
look
love getting up
Food,
early in the morning.
Look at Food and Fitteds. He called us this morning by surprise, and now here he is tonight, still on.
So Phil, I love that he's like, hold on a second. Oh, nope, regular show. We're good now.
Yep.
We're good. He did. It was funny because he was like, wait, hold on a second. Am I still awake? I mean, what's going on?
I wake up at the wrong time. He is at Disney, and so he was in Magic Land. So
what are we, 80 grape nuts, Eric?
I thought Donnie would have said that.
Oh gosh, no, grape
100%.
Horrible.
That's a horrible take. Grape nuts. Ooh, Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the also guys, my favorite cartoon, it's Pinky and the Brain. So do some Pinky and the Brain stuff, cartoon. What are we trying to do tomorrow? Same thing we do every day. Try to take over the world. So
Samantha's a fan of grape nuts.
All of a sudden, Virgil loves grape nuts. He's on his way to the store. Be right back, guys. Gotta go get me some grape nuts.
Yeah, bye guys.
Now
who needs you?
I'll go after some frosted mini wheats or Raisin Bran or even just plain bran flakes sometimes, but no, not.
Yep, that's a senior citizen right there talking in you right there.
That's right.
See, I'm bored with my cereal. It's either cornflakes or Cheerios.
Fruity Pebbles, bro. Captain Crunch. What are we talking about here?
Nah, Fruity Pebbles. I want to eat something that doesn't taste like toothpaste to me.
I would kill you.
Oh, man, Fruity Pebbles is good.
Anyway, go ahead.
Hold on a second. You would what?
Just add a list of things you want to kill me over. Just add it.
You just insulted Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
And Captain Crunch.
I didn't say anything about Captain Crunch.
Oh, okay. You better watch it about Captain Crunch.
I know. Love me some Captain Crunch. Oops berries. It don't matter. Anything. Lucky Charms because it's magically delicious. They're magically delicious.
Hey,
the OG. Phil,
we're in October, so I had to get the October cereals. I've got a box of Boo Berry, a box of Frankenberry, and a box of Count Chocula downstairs right now, and every one of them's been used.
Fruity Pebbles. I'm telling you, Fruity Pebbles is where it's at, Jolly. Captain Crunch, Frosted Wheaties, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Frosted Flakes. Oh yeah. So
Honeycomb too, man. Honeycomb goes back.
Some tricks.
Yeah.
You silly rabbit.
See, I can. Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I agree with on that.
Oh yeah. There's so many good cereals nowadays, though. Oh, I love cereal.
And the what was the one? The cookies, like look like little chocolate chip cookies.
God.
What?
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it. Oh, those are so good too.
Those are good. Tom says I had more stories yesterday, but I knew it was going to. Tom, I'll get you back on the podcast if you got more stories, bro. And he does say Count Chocula. By the way, did you guys know that Tom Trash was on the podcast this morning?
No,
he was a guest for 5 Questions.
Ah, okay, awesome. Yeah.
You should listen to it. As a Yankee fan, Donnie, you should listen to it.
Oh, I will. As soon as you drop that one, I will be on that.
Yeah, I saw
it already dropped.
Oh, it did. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Well, I got to catch up.
I saw it was Yankee centric, and I'm like, why is Donnie back on the podcast again?
I know, right? Can I get away from these Yankee fans? What do you want me to do?
I know, Polly, man. Last night was horrible.
Just put a fork in them. Jesus. Yeah. It was not pretty. Anyway, but that's a conversation for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
I apologize, Mr. Producer. Go ahead.
How are you apologizing? I mean, it's just breakfast cereal talk. That seems kind of fitting for this show.
I love cereal, though. My daughter asked for breakfast for dinner tonight, which, I mean, again, it's great stuff.
I'd eat cereal anytime. Sometimes I eat cereal as a dessert. Sometimes I eat cereal as a snack in the afternoon.
Are you okay with eating without milk, like cereal sometimes? It depends on the cereal, though.
It depends on the cereal. There's not that many that I'll eat without some kind of milk. I don't need a lot of milk, but I need a little something in there.
They would show these cereals with like a buffet and then say part of your balanced breakfast. True story. True story. Let me take a look at what on that one. Polly.
Well, while you pull that up, let's talk to FCS for a minute. And man, we had some pretty good top 25 matchups and some really good games. But the one I really want to focus on, South Dakota State almost got.
Bro.
That was against Youngstown State. That was 35-30, I believe. I have to go back and look at that score.
It was
35
close, dude.
35-30, and really, that game could have gone either way. Now, I sadly did not watch this one completely because I was more focused on the other game we're going to talk about, which is North Dakota State and Illinois State. Because while the scoreline for that game, was by 17 points, watching that game from beginning to end, I've learned two things from that. North Dakota State is beatable.
Yep.
But you also have to make sure not to make any mistakes against them.
Agree. You make mistakes and they'll make you pay.
Yeah, because they will
make you.
They are efficient at punishing
Mhm.
when it comes to that. Because all it took was just one misread by Illinois State, and it felt like it was already over by that point.
So, all right, here. Let me put this real quick. Let's see what we got here. Can you guys hear?
No.
No. Still can't.
Donnie says that he can run faster.
Oh, talking about me running faster than Stanton?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think I can.
That's right. That's what we talked about doing at the next meetup. We'll do the Curve Brand Media time trials.
That's right.
Oh my God, that will be good. I don't know why it's not playing the video all of a sudden today.
I don't know, because last time you played one, it just popped right up with audio and everything.
Well, the reason it's because that's Tuesday show, a Tuesday and Thursday, and it doesn't work on the Monday show. It's the only logical thing I could think of.
I apologize. Let me see if we can do it. Let me try it one more time. Oh, I know why. Duh. I'm such a smart person sometimes. You know that?
Too smart for your own good? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
And that's what it is. Exactly. Let's go with that.
That'll work.
Man, first you didn't have an intro on your breakfast show, and then
well, again, and listen,
it's a workshop in progress.
No, he's the second.
I know. I'm just messing.
I told y'all I can run faster than him.
No, you can't. 0% chance.
Oh.
Can you hear it?
How can you expect him to run fast with tennis elbows?
Because he started walking. He started, How can you expect him to run faster with tennis elbows? That's insulting.
That's a great line.
So there you go, boys and girls. So there's that. I got you, Pi. ETSU could have kicked the field goal with 10 seconds left and instead threw a pick six to the Paladins. Whoopsie.
So, Phil, I've got a question about that. Where was ETSU on the field during that? Because if they could have kicked the field goal, why are they passing in that situation?
Yeah, why are you passing?
Like, what are we doing, Buccaneers? What are we doing?
That's tough. I did look at the rankings today. Did you see it? They came out?
Yep, I got the rankings up just right here.
There's some interesting rankings here. I like that.
So top 5 has not changed with North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Tarleton State, which kind of had a little struggle match against Southern Utah. I don't think I wasn't watching that Tarleton State. Montana and Montana State, followed by number 6, UC Davis, which is a fraudulent 4-1 because that Mercer game got canceled. So I still remember that too. Lehigh at 6.
He's not letting that one go.
I wouldn't either. Why would you? Because that was too early of it to cancel that. No,
true.
I stayed up 2 hours in that delay waiting for that game to end because Mercer was driving to take the lead with 4 minutes left.
Dude, I remember we were talking about that game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
so to say that I am bitter and crunchy about it. Yes, that is true.
Mike, here's my problem with the top 25. I don't see Youngstown State.
20.
Well, if
At
you
least
look
on
at
the coaches poll, they're
yeah,
20.
it
I
depends
was
which
just
one
gonna say
you're
this
looking
is not the coach. I'm looking at I wasn't
Oh.
looking at the coaches poll.
ESPN has the coaches poll for FCS. I think that's the only one they actually have on there, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's
You have,
two
you have to
polls.
go to NCAA's page
Yeah.
to get the other one.
Yeah, so there's the coaches poll that has them at 20th. The one I'm reading from is the Stats Perform FCS Top 25.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
Although really the first, because there's some variations in the top 10 on that one, because I think on the coaches poll it has Tennessee Tech at number 6.
7.
But-
I've got 7 in front of me here.
7. So that's at UC Davis. So yeah, UC Davis is 6 on this one.
Yep.
Lehigh at 6-0, 7. I feel like we really talked about Lehigh at all.
I know we haven't. They kind of been under the radar.
Yeah, I got to look at their schedule and see if that's like a legit 6-0. Southern Illinois at 4-1.
Well,
Illinois
here-
State.
I'll give you the wait really quick here. So they played Richmond. They played Sacred Heart. Is it Duquesne's?
Duquesne.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize. Bucknell, Penn, and Yale.
So they
And-
pretty much beat the teams I feel like Richmond may be their hardest matchup out of that.
It is because they beat Richmond 21-14, then Sacred Heart at 28-10, Duquesne 35-21, Bucknell 41-24, Penn 44-30, and then Yale 31-13. So the
Yeah,
only
so
one
I
that's
would-
held them to lower score was the Richmond game, and that was 21 points.
Yeah, so I would say Lehigh, jury's still pending on them.
Yeah.
Let me see who they have coming up, though.
They've got, I can tell you that, they have Columbia next, at
Yep.
Columbia, at Fordham, and then Georgetown and Holy Cross at home, and then at Colgate and Lafayette to finish out.
Lafayette, maybe, because that's a rivalry game. But I mean,
See,
That
this
is
is
a-
what really makes me mad. Because you
you
got
get mad, though.
Well, I'm getting mad at the fact that you got Illinois State at 10 and then you got Youngstown State at 3-2. They both have equal records. Youngstown State lost to a really good South Dakota State and made it really close. And then they lost to Michigan State.
Okay, but to counter that, Illinois State lost to a really good North Dakota State team, and their FBS loss is a top 10 team in Oklahoma.
Well, then bring Youngstown State a little bit higher.
I mean, I agree. I think Youngstown State is rated way too low, in my opinion. But-
And rated under Mercer.
Whoa. I won't.
Their loss came to Presbyterian.
Who's also 5-0.
15-10. UC Davis. Oh, canceled.
Did that on purpose.
They beat Sanford. They beat ETSU. They beat the Citadel, and then they beat Walford. So
Well, see, Youngstown State dropped 2 spots, and Mercer jumped 3. So if Youngstown State would not have dropped 2 spots, they'd still be ahead of Mercer. So it's their own fault.
Zach, this is not Tuesday. There will
Yeah,
be no-
that's,
there will
we're
be
not
no
talking. We're not
tonight.
talking big schools. That's tomorrow night.
Well, he's talking about my little school then, because my little school should be an FCS team at this point.
I was going to bring this up that Phil brought up. I had that on my notes to bring up because I saw this, heard about this earlier today.
I saw that. Yeah,
Look at you
Yeah.
guys doing notes. I like this.
Yeah,
we got to keep up with you in the FCS world.
he completed 46 straight passes to start the game against Wofford, but he had also completed the last 4 passes of the previous game.
Isn't
So
that
he
an
actually-
NCAA record?
Yeah,
Oh, they blew it out the water.
yeah, blew it out
that's
the
what I
water.
thought.
The previous FCS record was 29. The previous college record FBS was 36, and he hit it at 46, and then actually 50 if you count the previous game. He only actually had 2 incomplete passes after that. The rest of the way, I think he was 55 or
Yeah.
no,
He was 53 and 56.
53 of 50. He had 3. Yeah, he had 3 passes incomplete. He was 53 of 56.
with 378 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, when I first saw he completed 46 out of 46 passes, I was thinking the score was going to be something astronomical, and it was only 23-21. I'm like, dang. I
They
feel like
they
They
were
just couldn't
still
score.
they were
Yeah.
still losing when he had his first incompletion.
Lord.
So,
Headstorm goes on Instagram, and by the way, shout out to people that are watching on Instagram Live. How about them Presbyterian Blue House?
Blue hose
Blue Hose, yeah.
He put a house, but it's
house.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was giving them crap earlier for thinking I can't believe
We
Mercer
all
lost to
were.
a freaking Pioneer League team, but they're 5-0. I mean, they're winning the games in front of them.
Yeah, I was saying the other week that I needed to maybe go check out a Presbyterian game and see Switzer's grandson running back. They have only 3 home games left this season, actually.
Okay.
So if you had to pick one of these games, which I probably can't go to that first one, but they have Stetson, Valparaiso, and Marist to finish the season at home.
Those are good ones.
I don't know much about the schools. They play
Valpo.
at Davidson, at St. Thomas in Minnesota.
Stetson is a
which
good baseball
at
school.
Dayton.
If you want to think, if I'm going to go to a game that's probably the best matchup and like the one I'd probably want to go, it'd probably be Marist.
Okay, well, that's the last game of the season. That'll be the weekend before Thanksgiving, possibly.
Because
I have to look into that.
Valparaiso and I don't know how Stetson is this way. Valparaiso is like bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
Valpo's not good. Stetson is more of a baseball school. By the way,
Stetson's in 2 weeks. I know I can't make it to that one, but
I got a problem with this, Owen, with this ranking.
Which team?
Idaho.
Oh, yeah. I saw that 2-3 record. I'm like, it's going to have some opinions on that.
and they moved up 2 spots.
They
Without
moved
playing.
up 2 spots. You telling me they're on a
what?
losing record?
Well, you know why they moved up 2 spots, right?
Yeah, well, because they won.
They've lost their last 2 games in a row.
They've
and still moved
they've
up.
only beat St. Thomas, Minnesota, and Utah Tech. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
are
yeah.
they?
You
For the
lost
record,
to
they
Washington
didn't
State. I
win.
get it, 13-10. All right, that's a good game. Then you lost to San Jose State at 38-28, and then Montana 41-30. You're keeping it close, but you're still losing, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of. This is where it's like FBS games kind of how they skew because you look at their 2 games you just mentioned. They almost beat Washington State. Actually, I saw some of that game. They should have beaten Washington State.
That would have been a good win for them, but they didn't. They still lost.
Let's see, San Jose State, and like I said, that's just how it is. So them being 2-3, I'm not surprised. I thought with the display they had against Montana, they would have dropped a little bit more. But
Yeah, I mean, because you're telling me that they're better than, like you got a Austin P at 4-2, Northern Arizona 4-2, Villanova 3-2, and then again we let's talk about 19 Mercer and Youngstown State. You're telling me that their record is not their strength of schedule is not as good or better than Idaho?
I guess it depends on how much they value FBS matchups. I mean, Mercer should be 5-1 anyway, so I mean that's not a problem. But
That's a different story.
story that I've already talked about twice on this show already. Like I'm bitter about it. But I think that's the problem with FBS games. Sometimes with FCS rankings, they're almost if you play well against an FBS team, that's almost better than an FCS win.
I mean, a 3-point loss in the first game against somebody like Washington State, that goes back to the moral victory question you had the other day for them. So it's like, okay, they lost that game, but that was a huge school that they almost beat.
I hate this. I hate that. I hate moral victories. There's no such thing as there's no moral victories.
So if
there's learning opportunities, but there's no moral victories, guys.
So if you kind of throw that aside in their level, I guess they're 2-2. But I agree with you; they are overranked.
Moral victories would insinuate that there's such thing as immoral victories. Well, so what would that be?
That storm also says Austin P beat a FBS school, MTSU.
They did.
So again, you're telling me, and I'm going to agree with Headstorm here. You're telling me that Austin P's strength of schedule is not better than Idaho?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Austin P. And we'll talk about that. We got to pour one out for West Georgia for not being undefeated anymore. But Austin P is still, to me, a top 10 team. Even
Should
after
be.
that, even after the Abilene game, you don't go up against Georgia the way you do.
And you only lose 28-6.
Only lose 28-6. You beat MTSU. I still don't know what to make of the Abilene game. I feel like that was an anomaly for them because they're usually not.
Yeah,
that
I
terrible.
agree.
They usually don't let teams get far ahead. I still think that's a good quality team. But
I
can't lose Abilene.
like Austin Peay. This is one of my favorite teams this year that could definitely should be making a run into the playoffs, right? Like they lost to Georgia, right? And then they went again Morehead State, and they beat the brakes off Morehead State, 56-7.
Mhm.
You
I
lose
mean,
to
the fact
Abilene
that they
Christian,
lost
yes, I'll
Abilene
give you that.
Christian. Abilene Christian's still in the top 25. So,
I know that, but I think it was just more how that game was played.
sure,
Right,
The way
yeah.
it was.
And again, you beat Utah Tech and West Georgia, 44-30, and then Utah Tech 42-10. Again, they I cannot agree with this ranking right now. There's so many things that are so wrong with this ranking right now that it just bothers me. Like you again, Austin Peay, you got Mercer, and you got Youngstown State that are ranked lower than Idaho. I'm sorry, I just can't sit there and be like, nope, no. Idaho is a much better team. No, you're not. You're 2-3. You got a losing record. Prove it.
Well, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
The team that had the biggest drop was Rhode Island after losing the Brown on Friday.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah.
What happened?
Trevor Lawrence on 4th and goal tried to jump over the line, hit the ball on somebody's helmet, and it came loose. But I don't know if he got across the line first.
Oh man.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
He rolled out and should have got in and came up short. Oh, it hit somebody's hand. I mean, technically,
there's no technicality.
Okay, this is going to be a really technicality call because the ball touches the front of the white line before he hits that guy's hand.
It's a touchdown.
So it's got to be a touchdown.
Yeah,
it's a touchdown.
But the biggest upset this week, Ivy Leaguer Brown beat Rhode Island. So Rhode Island can't even say they're the best team in Rhode Island.
Ooh.
No, they can't.
And we talked about before that was kind of an overinflated team. They didn't really play anybody yet. Even the way they got destroyed by Western Michigan, well, I know it's FBS, it's still like one of the lower. Western Michigan's like lower MAC, honestly.
They are. Western Michigan is, you can definitely put them in the lower MAC.
So yeah, the fact that game wasn't even competitive kind of exposed what Rhode Island probably really was. So the fact that they kind of lost to Brown did not surprise me.
Yeah.
But they kind of needed that because they're gonna have pretty much an easier side on the Colonial League. I forgot what they call it now. I think they changed the name. But the losing the Browns not a good look for them. And I don't even think Brown's bad, honestly. I think it's just the expectations for that year kind of just got a little sidetracked.
The Coastal Athletic Association.
Coastal Athletic, okay. I thought they dropped the Colonial part, but I couldn't remember if it was Coastal or not.
The Coastal Athletic Association. That's a bad loss, though.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we still got your blue bloods, right? Like your top five. You still got those, 2 Montana states, 2 Dakota states, right? There's North and South Dakota. They're still there.
Is it just me, or is it funny that at this level your top teams are like northwest, like up in the Dakotas and Montana,
mm-hmm.
and ultimately your best football in the bigger schools is your Midwest Southeast. It's just crazy how
FCS is totally different than
right.
FBS. Yeah, you're right.
Like these FCS schools up there where it's cold as get out, and they are some of the top teams in the league.
They play
year
in
in and year
Montana,
out.
right? They're
playing in Montana. Like it's just a 1-year thing. That's like they are always in the top. And even your regular North Dakota, your Idaho. I mean, these are all like there's hardly any schools in this that are from the South in this level.
Which is kind of funny because back in maybe mid 2000s, it was ran through the South because you had the Appalachian State dynasty. You had the
That's true.
Richmond team with Mike London as the coach at the time. That was a lot more. I think James Madison even won one year. Yeah, it's always been a little bit more, little more spread out apart. And then when North Dakota State, when basically the Dakotas joined,
They didn't give him the touchdown.
I was gonna say they didn't give him the touchdown, and Pacheco just rushed for like 40.
Well, the reason why they didn't give him the touchdown is just the ball started moving before it got to the goal line.
Oh, that's Hunt. That's not Pacheco.
Yeah, that's Kareem.
That's Kareem Hunt, baby.
Yeah.
But here are the champions from 2011 onward:
Okay.
North Dakota State, North Dakota State, North Dakota State, North Dakota State, and North Dakota State. James Madison in 2016 against Youngstown State. That was the game that was the season that Youngstown State won in Eastern Washington on the last play of the game off of a tip touchdown.
That was Bo Pelini's team, wasn't it?
No, Pelini's team, correct. And then 3 more years of North Dakota State. Then Sam Houston, which I forgot about that team.
Out of nowhere.
Then North Dakota State, then South Dakota State for 2 years, and now North Dakota State again. So Big Sky is kind of it's mostly Missouri Valley versus Big Sky.
Yeah.
So
now, also, correct me if I'm wrong, but the year that James Madison won, the year after they moved up, didn't they? Or they moved up a couple of years later?
they did not move up. They did not go. They moved up a few years later
Was
because
it 2019 or something, wasn't it?
2020, I believe, is when they
2020.
moved up.
Yeah.
Because in 2016, when they won, they were actually back in the title game in 17 against North Dakota State. And then I think they made it back. Yeah, they were okay. They made it back in 2019 also.
Okay.
So yeah, they were called up like it's like some kind of minor league system. Yeah, they moved up in 2020, 2021.
I got you. Okay. All right, cool. I think they should go back to they should go back down. But they're a much bigger school now, so they can't really.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think they're doing fine.
Yeah,
And-
but will they ever compete for a championship though? That's the problem.
Like a conference championship? Yeah, sure.
Conference championship. I'm talking about national championship though.
No, not at this level.
Exactly.
But
Would
I mean,
you rather? That's my question. Would you rather stay down at an FCS level and constantly compete for championships like North Dakota State, or move up into the FBS? Yeah, you'll compete for conference titles and maybe some bowl games, but you'll never compete for national championships.
Well, I mean, think about the money generated versus on FBS versus FCS.
True, you're right.
and,
You're
and
right.
that's what it is. It's the money. Just like we talk about with the FBS schools that have all the the teams that left ACC for Big Ten, all the conference switching around that's happened now. You have a lot of people going to conferences where they're just going to be middle to bottom feeders forever anyway, and they don't care. They're in the Big Ten, they're in the SEC, they're in whatever, and they're getting a lot more money. And it's like that's all they care about.
Yeah,
They had better shots to win championships, or maybe not championships. They had better shots to playoffs and potentially championships if they had to stay. A lot of them, if they had to stay. If the Pac-12 had stayed together, the Big 12, some of these schools hadn't left Big 12 years ago for Big 10, all that, the landscape would be different.
And you also got to remember there have been teams there are teams that were in FCS that have gone to FBS and have great programs. Look at Boise State. Boise State
Yeah.
was FCS at one point.
FCS, you mean?
Again, another one up in the Big Sky area too. So
Marshall was FCS
yeah,
in the 90s. So I mean, I think for them, they would rather be. I would be fine being a competitive FBS team than being a dominant FCS team. No, I think with the Dakotas, that's kind of more of geography about why they're not in a conference.
Yeah, because
But-
obviously they're a much smaller school, and where they're at, they're not going to get to the. But College Game Day has gone up to North Dakota.
mm-hmm.
So listen, and we are obviously we're doing this show because we love FCS schools. So I will always root for the FCS school no matter what. So
Like Phil brought up Georgia Southern, that's another good example.
yeah,
Yeah.
The team I always think about when we talk about is it better exposure as FCS or SCS versus FBS is Appalachian State.
Right.
Because Appalachian State, I remember when they beat Michigan. I remember where I was that day. And everything was always about this unknown school from this small school from North Carolina, this lowly FCS team. Because like they were in part of their 3-title national or their 3 championship dynasty at that point. They
Yeah.
had Monte Edwards as the quarterback. He was like probably the greatest App State player at the time. So it's like, yes, that brought their name to them, but I feel like when they made FBS, they were still kind of, people know who they are.
Yeah. And it's funny because people are like, well, we know they're kind of in the mountains of North Carolina, but you'd say Boone, North Carolina, and nobody knew where Boone, North Carolina is. They probably still don't know where Boone, North Carolina is.
Well,
But that's a small town in the mountains, kind of in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina. And it's a pretty good school.
And they also have the Boone Bigfoots now. So
That's right.
Reason to go there and check that out.
Absolutely. And I almost applied to Appalachian State. That was one of them in Western Carolina were 2 of the schools outside of Clemson and NC State that I thought about applying to for college, but and I never did. But I had friends that went there, and I know people whose kids went there. So
yeah, I would eventually like to go to an Appalachian State baseball game at some point, or football too. But
hey, I'll go with you.
yeah, I definitely want to get up there for a baseball game. And like I said, one of my friends, his sister, I think,
we'll do a live stream.
School there. It'd be cool to go see a football game in Boone.
Listen, we can also do a Campbell baseball game.
Oh yeah, that would be another good one.
That's an easy drive for me from here, dude.
Yeah,
that's a 30-minute drive, and it's an easy drive.
Yeah, honestly, like a 3-day like series with UNC Asheville, Western Carolina, and Appalachian State. I think that's going to be doable. Maybe some ETSU for me on the way back. Just a little bit more.
You also got to remember there are some schools over here where you can do NC State, you can do UNC, you can do Duke, because they're all within this area right here. So you can grab some of those games if you were to be like, all right, cool, let's do that.
And depending on schedules, you may be able to catch a double header with a smaller school and a bigger school potentially as well. If somebody's playing an early game and a late game on a weekend.
I almost had a chance to do that in Nashville recently. Belmont and Lipscomb were playing at different times, but then weather kind of screwed up the Belmont one. So I was able just to get Lipscomb in and just head home afterwards.
What's that? What's the historic black college in Greensboro?
NCC? No, NCC. That's not in Greensboro. NCCU isn't.
I think it is.
It might be. Yeah, that might be what it is.
Because they played that old stadium. And then Mike Sellers, right, was down here. He was like, "Hey, do you want to meet me?" I was like, "Man, I'm on my way." So we went, but the problem was, it was rained out.
Was that that's War Memorial Stadium, isn't it?
Yep, War Memorial Stadium. It's such an enigma, that ballpark.
I was wrong. NCCU is in Durham. North Carolina A&T.
North Carolina A&T. NCCU is in Durham, and it's like right down the road from the Bulls. And then North Carolina A&T is right there, and
that's right.
They play at Memorial, and man, that ballpark. If they were to spend some money in that ballpark, just a little bit of money to renovate it a little bit, it would be cool as hell, man. Because there's so much history there, right? But they're not going to, which is sad. You see an old stadium just go to waste.
Yeah, but that happens
all the time.
That's why I want to win the lottery. I want to win the lottery so I can go around and just like donate money to do stuff like that.
That's right. Hatstorm, North Carolina A&T. Again, that was like officially, that was my first college game here in the Carolinas.
Yeah, I remember you said you went with Sellers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with
'Cause you-
Sellers.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember both of y'all going to that.
Of the Up the Chat podcast.
Yeah.
And then we both grabbed some baseballs from that game, and it was pretty cool, right? Just to see like the ballpark. There's no concessions, all right. So don't think that the bathrooms are still stuck in the 30s. So it was cool as hell. By the way, this Los Angeles Dodgers and Phillies game is really good. Just
I know.
want you
I've
guys
got
to know.
split screen, so I'm keeping an eye on the football and the baseball. And Phillies are starting to come back. I can't believe they gave up 4 runs that one inning because I was downstairs. It was 0-0. I came upstairs, did a couple of things, and got in
Yeah.
here. And I looked up and it was 4-0. I'm
I
like,
know.
when did that happen?
It was so funny you mentioned about no concessions because I remember I went to an Alabama A&M baseball game,
Right.
and yes, there were no concessions there, but it was just a guy who rolled up in this truck with a smoker in the back.
Oh, money. I'm
yeah.
sure it was horrible, the food.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
to say that nothing compares to that, especially at a college level. I mean,
That's dude, that's primo food.
like
right
if
there.
he shows up every game, like he's making bank. But I don't know if he does or not because they were playing. Oh, who were they? Oh, they're playing Butler University,
Ooh.
which is weird to see. I mean, I know it's a Big East team. I know they're probably not as good, but still, it's a school you don't usually see down here.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to go to a series like that.
Hell yeah. There's something I had to get used to when I moved down here south is the gas station food places, restaurants, gas station restaurants. Because we don't get that up in Ohio, right? And dude, there's this barbecue joint down from here in Raleigh. Holy moly. Their banana pudding is amazing.
You're not talking about Redneck Barbecue, are you?
No, it's not Redneck Barbecue. No.
Okay.
No.
Because Redneck Barbecue down I-40, going down towards Dunn.
No. This is in Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you.
Well, actually, they have a Redneck has one in Raleigh too. But if you get a chance, I think it's exit 219. I'd have to look it up to be sure. But there's a Redneck Barbecue in a BP gas station, and that place, I mean, they sell out. If you don't get over there before like 7:30, they sell out. And I've stopped there. I took Rhonda on a
It's
detour
called Chop
to
Chop.
there. Okay. I have to check that one out next time I'm working up in that area. And
It's in Raleigh. It's off of Six Forks.
Okay.
Chop Shop Barbecue and Grill. It's in the gas station. You go in the gas station. It's a Shell gas station. Okay, so you go in, and there's like immediately to your right is the register with all the food and all that, and then you turn left, and it's the barbecue place. It is. Let me tell you. Then I grabbed my food, and then I went outside. There's some benches there. That I told them, I was like, it was my first time there. I was like, listen, it's my first time. What's the best stuff here? And they're like, oh, I got you, honey. And they hooked me up. And then they brought me the banana pudding for free. I was like, I love you guys.
Yeah, if a barbecue place has good banana pudding, that's the keeper right there.
Yep. So
that's what brings you back.
There's some gas station sushi places, and I'm like, where am I?
I don't know about gas station sushi, but okay.
It is, dude. People swear by this place.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 places in Huntsville there's one that I've definitely tried and one that I have not tried yet. Probably won't be able to. Probably good another 3 months. But one was called New Orleans Lunchbox, and outside of New Orleans itself, is probably the best jambalaya and red beans and rice I've had.
Oh, I love me some jambalaya.
And then the other one, there's a place called, I forgot. It's Captain's Cheesesteaks. And
Philly.
yeah, I've never had them yet, but I've never heard a bad thing about them.
Yeah, you know who makes a mean jambalaya?
You?
This guy.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't make it with shrimp because someone doesn't like it with shrimp. Not me. Oh, I love it with shrimp, but I make a good one. I make some good jambalaya. Just so you guys know, as Puerto Rican can make some food, bro. I can cook.
I
All
never
right.
really doubted
We
that.
have to next time we have a get together up there.
Hey, we'll have a
we'll have
and we'll have a DHC Sports Show reunion, and then we'll come and eat some food, and we'll do some live stream.
You could have some jumbo. You can have some of your jambalaya after I make my
Okay.
very soon to be award-winning Skyline IPA chili.
Skyler, I still gotta pay up. I know. So gross.
And see, that's the thing about this. Like, it can't be just instant gratification. It's got to be, it's the anticipation of it that makes it the real punch.
That's right.
This game has me nervous. I know we're not supposed to talk about this, but Phillies and Dodgers is bottom of the ninth. Runner on first and third, 2 outs.
I honestly thought you were talking about Kansas City Jacksonville because, like, why are you nervous about
That's
this?
it. Okay.
There it is. It's over. Yeah.
4-3. Dodgers win it. Go
Oh
home
my
2-0.
God.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman almost took his foot off the bag on that throw.
Yeah, he did. Wow. Oh well, there goes that. Hey, that's 2 teams that are supposed to be really good. They're getting swept like crazy. Them Yankees and now
And
Phillies.
the Phillies, yeah.
Anyways, I apologize. Continue
I
on
bet
with.
Paul is not happy tonight.
He is not.
He is
He's
not
not
pleased
pleased with
with
the
that result.
results.
Yeah.
I told him. I texted him earlier because I was watching the game. I'm like, "That you better tell your boys should get their head out of their ass because it is not a hat."
Well, I was looking for his brother, but I couldn't see. I saw one guy that I thought looked like his brother, and
Yeah,
maybe he
kind
was.
of like
I don't,
off to the side, behind home plate.
yeah, yeah. I knew he's back there somewhere, but I couldn't. I wasn't sure which direction he was in.
Yeah.
Because every time they showed a batter in the right-hand batter's box, it looked like him sitting back there, but it could have been another guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So before we switch on to soccer, I want to talk about 2 more FCS games.
Okay.
One that you actually brought up to me, Ed, because I actually thought this was not going to be close. I thought it was going to be a complete blowout, and they surprised me. Delaware State at Monmouth.
I told you.
I was wrong. I was expecting that to be kind of a blowout, and Delaware State hung on. I mean, I think at the 4th, I truly believed they were going to win that.
I know. For a second, I was like, they kind of, okay. They're kind of making it interesting. I'm getting a little nervous.
But yeah,
So-
that was a good game to watch. But the other one, and I need you guys to find the video of this ending if you haven't seen it yet. Morgan State versus Georgetown. Because if there's one thing that I always enjoy is a good Hail Mary to end a game.
Although Hail Marys to end the game is amazing.
Yeah, so Georgetown was down by let's say 6 or 6. They were down by 6, had the ball, goes up with a prayer, and gets it in the end zone.
Yeah, 38-49 for Delaware State Monmouth. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was a surprising score. Definitely looking forward to seeing. I don't know. I feel like there's almost like this was a terrible pun I just thought of. That is not what I meant to do. A buzz around Delaware State right now.
Yeah.
It seems to be a better. Deshaun Jackson seems to be having a better coaching debut than Michael Vick right now at Norfolk State, but I can't fault them for that because Norfolk State's kind of in
In a funk.
a funk in a way. I mean, they lost to Hampton in the Battle of the Bay, but
Yeah,
that-
yeah, and we got to look at the schools about the recruiting and everything. We don't know what Delaware State. I think Delaware State when Deshaun Jackson had a little bit more time with recruiting than Norfolk State did before they hired Vic. So they were ahead of the game on that one. So you got to give them at least that.
yeah, I mean, I said both of those are rebuild jobs.
Oh, jeez.
I think Vic's got more upside with Norfolk State because he's from that area. So I mean,
Yeah. He'll be able to. Yeah.
be able to build that up. I just don't think that's going to be the first year to do that.
Damn, that was a bullet, dude. That wasn't a Hail Mary. That was a 50-yard rope. And that guy
Well,
caught that thing clean.
Yeah, that was so clean of a catch.
Holy smokes. I mean, he was right at the 50-yard line and threw that thing on a rope.
How about Jackson State still doing pretty good, even post
Man,
Dion?
I'll
He
be
built
honest with
something there, didn't he?
I'm going to be honest with you. When we were about to do picks, I was about to put the Alabama A&M game on there because I'm thinking this is going to be a good litmus test for A&M, even though they lost to Bethune-Cookman, and man, they got
walloped.
they got walked. I was like, oh, we're not there yet.
No, not there yet.
I'm glad you mentioned Jackson State because next week's game is going to be it's definitely a must watch for me if I could find it, but it's going to be an electric one.
It's on ESPNU is what it says, Alabama State.
Alabama State, yes, the two top 20 teams in the SWAC in the preseason. So that could be a fun one to watch.
I like that. I like that a lot.
But there's also another game to talk about on that one. We'll go over more on that for next week. There's not really a lot of interesting games, in my opinion, next week.
Well, you don't like the Mercer and Princeton?
Actually, I do like that one. But I mean, like your big one, we got Southern Illinois at North Dakota State.
Yep.
If that was at Southern Illinois, I think that'd be more interesting. Youngstown State does go to North Dakota. That could be fun.
That's an interesting one. Because
Northern
if they were able to keep up with South Dakota, I wonder. Well, in North Dakota is a different level. Let's be honest. Like that's a whole different tier. It's North Dakota and then everybody else right now.
Yeah, the fact it's at North Dakota may make that a little bit harder, but we'll see how that goes. Northern Arizona at UC Davis. Those frauds could be another game to watch. But the one I want to circle, and I'm doing this for Donnie because he wanted me to bring this up every time they appear. Our boys at Lincoln University of California who lost 90-0 to Idaho State.
Why are we even bringing this up? That's just embarrassing.
Because I want to do this for Donnie because they're playing at Alcorn State.
I wanted to watch on this. I wanted to watch because I want to see if these guys ever win a game.
Not right now. They're not. Not right now. They're not.
In a game, try score a touchdown at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
Can we start small? Score me 3 points, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
Score 3 points.
But yeah, that is that's the FCS.
There's a couple that I'm looking at that actually I'm very intrigued on some of these games.
I did go down a rabbit hole for Lincoln, and that dude that's running that program. Ooh, I mean, come on.
There's a lot of shady stuff with that we didn't touch.
That is something else right there.
The Northern Iowa, South Dakota State. I'm very intrigued by this one, and let me know what you think on this one. Monmouth and Townsend.
That was one I circled at first because I'm kind of like, I don't know if Townsend's a good 3-3 team. I don't know if they're going to be enough to beat Monmouth.
Yeah, I mean they lost to good Youngstown State. They lost to Maryland, and then they just lost to Elon. And so they barely won. They beat Norfolk State handily. But
like, who hasn't?
True story.
Yeah, Abilene Christian at West Georgia will be another fun one to see how West Georgia bounces back after the Austin P loss. But I know the game that everybody has circled, and I understand. 1-5 Norfolk State against 0-5.
I saw that. I didn't want to. Is that a pick 'em or is that a?
I don't think I'm going to have that one be a pick 'em. If there's not any more. If I can't find any other good ones, I may just do that one just as a joke one.
Yeah, exactly. I feel bad for Wofford. I like Wofford.
Yeah, I like Wofford too. I kind of hate that they're 0-5 at the same time. Content. New Hampshire at Rhode Island could be a little interesting. I'm curious how Rhode Island bounces back after that Brown game.
True.
But
I did see. There's a good one. You said it. Southern Illinois, the Salukis against North Dakota State. Yeah,
that one we will be picking for sure.
Cal Poly, Montana. There's not really other games that are like. Oh,
here you go.
Youngstown State, North Dakota.
We talked about that one.
Yeah. You were talking earlier about Idaho and their 2-3 record
against Northern Colorado.
Who's 2-3?
Yeah, I saw that. Just wasn't about to mention that one.
So, see, Northern Colorado is such an anomaly for me because I feel like they're a lot better than that record states. I mean, they almost beat Colorado State. In fact, a lot of people feel like they probably should have because of the controversy in that game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They've had some tough other losses to FCS schools, so I'm not really sure where Northern Colorado.
Well, They lost to South Dakota and they lost to Idaho State last week. So.
This is going to be an interesting test for UC Davis, who they're going against.
Yeah, that's one of the games I have circled. I don't know. I think after that loss to Montana State,
Northern Arizona may not be
probably going to come in limping in that game because that was a very physical game to watch.
Yeah. And you just dropped your microphone.
Microphone. Just
Come on, man. Get it together, brother.
I tell you, one day Virgil just has no head and is very disheveled.
I know. So it's not a bomb, McLeod.
Yeah.
So
No, that's off for FCS talk. Stay tuned tomorrow as I pick not tomorrow, Thursday when I have the games that we're going to pick for that.
do we have any Thursday games?
In college?
Yeah.
There are a few, none of them that I think are worth picking, in my opinion.
Okay. There's a Wednesday, Missouri State, Middle Tennessee, and Liberty, UTEP. No.
Yeah, because you're starting to get the Wednesday, and they haven't started the Tuesday MEAC, have they?
Mm-mm.
I mean, not MEAC.
Tuesday MAC hasn't started.
MAC. The MAC. Yeah, MAC.
The Mid-American. East
wish there
Carolina, Tulane, though.
Watch that.
Say again, Virgil?
I wish there was a Tuesday MEAC. I'd watch that.
Yeah, it was MAC, not MEAC, but because MACtion they call it on Tuesday.
Yes,
Tuesday
MACtion.
MACtion.
I love MACtion, Tuesday MACtion. I love it.
MACtion's fun.
Obviously, I'm a Mac guy, so.
What was the one you were about to say, Ed?
East Carolina, Tulane.
See, I thought about that one, but there was a certain Friday game that trumped that one. South Florida at North Texas.
North Texas.
That's going to be a big one. The teams are still kind of jockeying for position for that G5 spot, and
The mean green of North Texas.
that game's probably going to eliminate one of those two teams.
You think so?
Yeah, because think about it, they're both in the American. You got Memphis on the other side of that, so one of those two teams is probably to fall.
Kent State might have a chance to get a second win of the season.
We're picking that, and that's not even a spread game. That's going to be outright.
That's an outright.
Outright game. Yeah.
Well, they're both MAC, so you can't do a spread on that one.
If UMass was a 25-point favorite, I would have.
But Kent State is a -2.5 as of right now.
I don't even think Kent State was a favorite against Merrimack. I mean, that's like the first time they were a favorite.
Yeah. And that's at Dick Stadium in Kent. So
Oh yeah, see, I'm already looking forward to that. You got me so hyped for Kent State football, which I never thought would be something that would happen.
love it. Can't write.
Kent
State. Penn State's getting devoted to FCS. I like that, Joe.
So it's funny that he mentions that because, I feel like relegation in football would work. But of course, first, the USL is going to try it out with promotion and relegation in the States.
How crazy is that? It's not MLS that's doing it. It's USL.
I mean, it's a long time coming. At least, I wanted to give it a shot at least in the US.
Try it out.
Yeah.
So and I saw that and I said that to you guys. I'm like, this is something that we definitely got to talk about, right? Like, I mean, it is something that we've been saying that that has been a long time coming, right? And why not? Let me take a look here. I'm trying to look the story because the USL already has a championship and it already has League One. It already has a couple of other leagues already set up, and they're going to be setting up their professional league in 2027 to compete with the MLS. All right, so. The way that it is, and it says that Tampa, Florida, the United Soccer Leagues announced today that a supermajority of club owners voted to implement a promotion and relegation system, marking a groundbreaking decision that will reshape the future of professional soccer in the United States. The USL becomes the first professional sports league in the United States to adapt the global model, creating an interconnected 3-tiered men's professional soccer system where teams earn promotion to a higher division or face relegation to a lower division based on the performance during the season. Okay. So with this historic step, the USL aligns the world's top leagues, including Premier League, La Liga, and Bundesliga, where promotion and relegation raises the stakes of every match, drives fan engagement, and elevates the overall competition of the game. So let me take a look here. So this is how it's going to be, right? So how the USL promotion and relegation system is going to work. The USL professional men's soccer structure will consist of 3 divisions, like we were just talking about, right?
Right.
I'm going to start at the bottom, which is USL League One, which is Division 3. And then you move up to USL Championship, that'll be 2, where you have it actually in the championship, that's where you have a lot of your major leagues right now. That actually we have one here in North Carolina and Cary, not too far from here. So North Carolina FC. And then you have USL Division 1, which is going to be the one that's going to be launched. I think it's on 27 or 28 to compete with MLS. All right. So, and then I want to go a little bit to communities. Yes, promotional regulation incentivizes investment, strengthens in club development, and provides a direct pathway for clubs and players to direct. So I want to make sure that I was looking
I was
for.
like, are they starting out with any of the championship teams moving up to that
So
new league?
there is a discussion where some of those championship teams could potentially move up to
Start forming
the Division 1,
yeah.
correct?
Okay.
Because if you look at Championship League, there's a lot of teams there in the Championship League. So you have teams like Birmingham Legion, Charleston Battery, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, Detroit FC, El Paso Locomotives, Hartford Athletic, Indy 11, Las Vegas Lights, Miami FC. I think it's one of those ones that they were slated to go move up. Louisville City, Loudoun United, Lexington, South Carolina, Monterey Bay, New Mexico, North Carolina FC, Oakland Roots. If you guys know who owns Oakland Roots, same owner
the
of the
Ballers
Athletics.
guys. Yeah.
The
Sorry,
Athletics.
not Athletics is what I meant. I don't know why I said Ballers.
Correct. Orange County, Phoenix Rising, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Rhode Island FC, Tampa Rowdies. They've been a long time part of the USL. FC Tulsa, San Antonio FC, Sacramento Republic, right? And then you got 2, 4, 6, 7 future clubs that are already slated. Athletico Dallas, Sporting Club Jacksonville, OKC Energy, USL Pro Iowa, Brooklyn FC, Milwaukee Pro Soccer, and then Santa Barbara Sky FC. So you have all those teams in championship right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got 24 teams in championship between the Group East, Group West. So you could easily carve, however many top 3 out of each one of those sides. So take 6 of those and add it to the others or something. I don't know. And you'd still have, your 2 9-team divisions.
I love this one. This year it says soccer in the U.S. is experiencing unprecedented growth driven by global events like FIFA 2026, World Cup, and the 2028 Los Angeles Summer Olympics. Now it's the time to take bold steps to elevate the game, expand opportunities and positions as the USL as a leader in shaping future soccer in the country. Here's my thing. Let's say that this all happens, right? And they do end up putting all these clubs, and I think it's from what we understand, it's going to be the USL announced plans to launch the new Division League 1 2027-2028, right? Fully integrated 3-tier professional as defined by the Soccer Federation. Division 1 is the highest level of professional in the United States with Championship Division 2. Already providing a structure for play development and competition in addition to Division 1 league competes the structure of all 3 leagues will be interconnected through structure promotion relegation system. So there you go. So you have already, they're set it up to start 2027, 2028. That's amazing. I'm excited for this.
Well, I'm looking forward to see, if this takes off, they could expand, even add a lower league, because if you get the excitement with it, you can add smaller teams. Cities, and you have this thing really grow.
I didn't know there was a Charleston team here in South Carolina,
so
I might have to keep an eye on those guys.
And
I'm just adopting teams left and right, aren't I, Virgil?
And then you got League 1, which has a lot of teams already. Forward Madison FC, they're a great club. I know them. They're really good. Same team that owns the Madison Mallards. Charlotte Independence, Chattanooga Red Wolves. You have already expansion teams: Athletico Boise, Corpus Christi FC, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Wayne, New York Cosmos. That New York Cosmos, that name just keeps coming back over and over and over. It
I
just
swear
refuses to die,
That never dies.
right?
We'll see if
Uh,
this one actually sticks.
Exactly. Sporting Cascades FC and then Sarasota Paradise. So, I mean, you have already what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 14 teams
14
there.
teams
Yeah.
without the expansion teams. So what does that say about the sport of soccer here in the United States? I think that us as a break-even sports talk, we're in a great position that we can, really start talking about this and get in early as 2027 rolls around. And by then, we'll already be talking about this. We'll be already ahead of the
Absolutely.
game.
And we got teams where each of us are located to follow and talk about too. And just looking at this League One, I mean, there's a team in Charlotte, there's a team in Greenville.
The Charlotte one. Yep. There's a
Charlotte Independence there.
Yep.
I know in the one we were just talking about in the Championship League, there's Birmingham, and is there anything other than the Birmingham team near you?
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Chattanooga, that's right. Okay, yeah. You
My
got Chattanooga Red Wolves
team
here.
is North Carolina FC. And by the way, guys, we need to next year. Let's make a conscious effort to make some of these games.
Yeah, definitely.
See, this is where I get jaded as a soccer fan because Huntsville has Huntsville FC, but they're in that MLS Pro League.
Oh,
Like, to me, that defeats the purpose of what soccer's kind of about. I understand, like, if we're playing like Atlanta reserves or New York reserves, that doesn't mean anything. I want to play against Birmingham because they suck eggs. I want to play against Chattanooga Red Wolves. Now they have Chattanooga FC in that league, so I mean that it's like a little concession to it, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't do anything for me to be in the MLS Pro League.
I think USL has a little bit of a better potential right now. Let me ask you this: what if? And again, this is pure speculation. Okay, what if you have some of those MLS teams jump ship to the new Pro Division in USL?
It would have to be some of the lower teams for sure. I don't think a top flight. I don't think an MLS team is going to do that. The only one would probably maybe FC Austin possibly, but I don't know. I think because the thing with relegation you got to remember is that going down,
none of them are going to want to do it.
No one's going to do it. Because think about the financial impact with that. Like think about Premier League, the championship.
Oh my God, they lose so much money.
I mean, sure, there's the parachute payments that they get for being in the Premier League, but a lot of these owners aren't going to do that.
Yeah, if you're in an MLS and you don't have to deal with relegation, you're not going to want to move to something that does.
And I 100% agree with you there. However, and again, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, right? We already have a lot of people that are already so into Premier League, into the Bundesliga, into La Liga, and all those leagues already have relegation and promotion, right? What if the popularity of this USL model just keeps growing and MLS just stays where it's at? I'm not saying it'll go down or I'm not saying it'll go up. I'm just saying it'll stay where it's at.
Well, there's already a contingent of US fans that don't like MLS.
Oh, 100%.
Because of the way it's structured, like you said. Like it's stagnant almost.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I can see that taking off quite well. I'm hoping Memphis does not have their team anymore. I'm hoping that they will come back in some capacity because I think Memphis will be kind of fun in that USL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These expansion teams, I mean, again, and money is being poured into these stadiums now, like brand new stadiums. You're talking 20, 30,000, 40,000 seat stadiums that are state of the art, right? With the setup of like those practice facility, with their own development, with their own young developing players. So, I mean, I'm excited for soccer overall here in the U.S. It's bright, man. It really is. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it is.
No, I think it's getting there again. I think the not making the World Cup in 2018 really set it back.
Absolutely.
So
But think about that now.
They've got to find a way for the U.S. teams to be more competitive in these World Games, and until they are, I don't know. I don't know what's holding them back, because you would think there would be enough pool of players to put together a solid team, unless they're just grabbing the wrong guys.
So, do you want my my opinion?
Absolutely, because I don't know anything about it. So,
well, I don't know if this is like a true what everyone else thinks. What I think, MLS is what holds it back. Because think about a lot of the players that are playing for the U.S. national team. They play overseas because they're playing against those same players that you're going to see at the World Cup.
okay.
I feel like when you have some that go to MLS and they're picked from MLS, I feel like there's a quality drop there. And I'm not saying they're bad players.
No, I agree.
Because I mean, like Chris Wondolowski when he was with San Jose, I mean, he was a great goal scorer, but you put him on the national team, you could tell a difference who was an MLS player and who played overseas.
Right.
And I'm not going to say all the overseas players are legitimately better. That's not true either. There is quality in the MLS, but to me, in my opinion, unless they're seeing better competition, like we're seeing over, with the, like people that play in like Italy or even, Italy, Premier League, Spain, their top flights over there, those are usually where your quality players are going to be because they're playing. It's the competition that they're playing. Those are players they're going to be seeing at the World Cup a lot more and the top teams.
So why are the U.S. teams picking MLS players? Do they need those players to fill the roster because there's not enough playing overseas?
There really isn't enough playing overseas, though.
There's not enough playing overseas. That's kind of a problem. I think a lot of that's starting to spread out a little bit more again. One of the conspiracy theories was that they had to have a certain number of MLS players, for exposure. But I don't necessarily subscribe to that. But yeah, player pools.
And if they did, that's a bad way of, because then at that point, then you're just saying MLS still not good enough.
Yeah, but player pool's always kind of been a problem. It's just usually, like I said, they were always deep at goalkeeper, but never really anything else. Like you had like 2 or 3 good attackers, and the rest were maybe.
Pulisic, maybe that was about it. There's not a whole lot after that.
Yeah. Now this year, I actually feel somewhat better with the attackers. It's actually goalkeeper. I'm not sure about this.
Well, we're more worried about this year.
Yeah.
Bring Howard back.
Well, no, but don't bring Howard back. Howard's done everything he can. There's nothing else he can do.
There's nothing he can do. I mean, he's even a coach now, for God's sake. So, and obviously they've already made it because of where they're a host, nation. So they're already in. Canada's in. Mexico gets automatically in. Mexico was going to be in anyways. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'll be honest. Like, I know but I'm excited.
But that's not the only soccer in America story that hit today.
Oh yeah, tell me.
So, let me make sure I have the right I want to make sure I have the right teams before I say it because I screwed up earlier when I was practicing this one. So there's actually a La Liga game that will be played in Miami.
Ooh, tell me more.
Barcelona versus Villarreal.
Oh, that's nice.
UEFA has, although they said they didn't like it, and this is not a prerequisite for future games. Barcelona Villarreal will be playing a La Liga game in Miami.
And the actual La Liga.
The actual La Liga, yes, there will be somebody will be getting 3 points in Miami in La Liga. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. I understand about growing the game. I understand. I mean, I know this is the equivalent of like
the NFL going to London.
Going to London. I understand that. But I don't know. I still don't feel like regular season games really should be doing that either. But maybe it's just because it's like old man yelling at cloud for change. Honestly, maybe it's not terrible. I mean, as long as if they make it one game a year, okay, fine. But what I'm curious about is I'm trying to look up who's losing the home game.
It'll be Villarreal.
Yeah, most likely. So is Villarreal is like, do they get a portion of the gate from Miami? Like, I don't know how that works.
You would have to at that point, right?
You would think so. I mean, if it's one of these things like, hey, we want you to move this game over here, and like you said, they're trying to grow that league or that level of soccer. They know there's. I mean, Miami is a market for it anyway. I mean, it's just a spot to do. I mean, you're not going to go play that game in DC or New York or whatever.
Right.
So it makes sense to go down there because soccer's getting bigger in the U.S. and start having. I mean, you've started having the Premier League teams come over here and play. They're not league, like regular season games. I get that, but because they're doing that, they're like, okay, we'll up them one and play a regular season game over here. So who knows? Maybe at some point you have Premier League teams having a match, an early match to their season over here too.
That'll be exciting.
I'm kind of glad that I think they got the right two teams, in my opinion. Because you have Barcelona, who's we don't know
one of the names, yeah, for La Liga.
Then you
Yeah,
have Villarreal, not as well known,
but an up and coming.
But it's a name that you will know. It's a big club in Spain, but it's not one of the top, not in the echelon of like an Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. So yeah, it gets exposure. So Villarreal really, it'll probably benefit from this a lot because they'll put eyes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me take a look here. And I've been looking for a team to follow. I just don't want to follow the popular ones, right? Just because you want to get on a team that's on an up and coming, not that's already there.
Well, I mean, not even an up and coming, but I think you just kind of want if you just find a team that you just like because they just you gel with. Like if you want to follow Valencia or Levante, follow them. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mallorca.
Even Mallorca, yes.
Yeah, Mallorca. They're playing in a small island. That's cool as hell.
Yeah. So you can always find something.
Oh, absolutely. That's the beauty about all of this. Let's take a look here. I want to look at the standings.
Yeah, that's the one league I need to find a team.
Well, you got your top three teams. Your top five. 1, Real Madrid. 2, FC Barcelona. Villarreal number 3. Real Betis number 4, and then Atletico it's number 5.
Well, Real Betis was number 4. I did not know that.
Real Betis is number 4. Just went up to number 4.
Okay, I like how we were talking about just don't want to follow all the big clubs. But Donnie, you want to talk about who your new Bundesliga team is?
Hey, it chose me.
Before I begin, I will preference this. He actually had a very good reason when he told me and Patrick, but once he told us, we had to do our usual eye roll about it.
Okay. Explain this.
Yeah, so I texted these guys. Let me pull it up because I texted them. So we talked last Monday about the possibility of doing a wheel of teams for me.
Okay.
And on Tuesday night, I had to go work that damaged cable down in Savannah. And so I was sitting out there in the middle of the night. I got my part done. We're waiting for some other guys to finish. So I'm just sitting there scrolling through. And there's a German brewery here in Columbia, Beer Keller, Columbia, that opened up a few years ago. They used to go around and do like pop-up brewery things once a month. And then they finally got a brick and mortar location a couple years ago. And I just came across their Facebook page and it says, did you know Beer Keller hosts Columbia's own and only Bayern Munich fan club? Come join us for every Bayern match at the club Stammtisch. and even join the club yourselves. Our founder did. Early open today at 2:30 for beers and Champions League football. Prost. Blah blah blah. They've got these cool shirts that have the Bern Munich logo and a South Carolina with palmetto tree logo on it, and I'm like, that's just meant to be. It's a local German brewery, and I'm looking for a team in this league. And I texted those guys at 2:41 a.m. I sent it to Virgil and Patrick.
So what's the name of
and
your
I
team?
said I
now?
may have found it. Is it Burnt? Am I saying it wrong?
Bayern.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Excuse me. I was pronouncing it wrong. See, I got to
Of course
learn
you
these
did.
things. But I didn't know. Honestly, did not know until I saw this, and I'm like, oh, well, how are they? Oh, they're in first place.
Yeah, really.
But I wasn't looking at the standings and saying, "Oh, well, what's the first place team?" I just happened to randomly see this at two something in the morning.
How convenient that you just
Exactly.
happenstance to pick the top team in the league.
I believe my first response was typical Yankees fan.
It was, that next morning he responded, typical Yankees fan. And my thought was, well, what if I got the wheel and ended up with like some random team, and I'm pulling for this team, and then I find out the local German brewery supports another team, and it's like, well, crap.
Well,
That
so
sucks.
my decision was made for me. Technically,
For Germany?
official league made that decision for me.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I can't go against that. So that's my team.
Yeah. So,
Do you know what my team is?
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Dortmund. Okay. Well, see, Dortmund's second place. So,
But that decision was made for me. They sent me a bunch
Right.
of hats, and I'm like, oh, well, there it is. My decision has been made. Because I was looking for a Bundesliga team, and I'm like, oh, there it is.
well, and I've seen Dortmund come up a lot because Andrew Nelson's a huge Dortmund fan.
Yeah.
And I followed him. In fact, I met him in Omaha. We were there for Jim's event a few years ago.
There's another guy in the minor league community that's a Dortmund. Stoops from Montana. I think he's a Dortmund fan.
Stoops,
Tim
yeah,
Stoops.
he-
Yeah, Stoops and Andrew Nelson. So, I honestly didn't even know which league Dortmund was in. I kept seeing that name, and I'm like, okay, that sounds like a cool name.
And there is an American on the Dortmund team.
Okay.
Currently?
Yeah.
Oh, how did Virgil miss that?
It's
Cole
not Gio Reyna. He's got
Cole- Cole Campbell.
Oh God, I forgot about Campbell. I think
He's there.
either he just got there or he's been there for a year.
Yep.
I know because usually Dortmund's had Pulisic and Gio Reyna at one
Yeah,
point.
but Pulisic is no longer there.
Pulisic's at Milan and
Yeah,
Reyna,
he's at AC Milan. Yeah.
oh, where's Gio at?
So we got an American there. There you go.
See, now that's bothering me. Oh, he's at Mönchengladbach.
So there you go.
So the next
I'm not following Mallorca, by the way. There's no way I'm following Mallorca in La Liga.
the next Bayern Munich game is in 2 weeks on the 18th. So I've already penciled that in. I don't know what else, if I've got anything going on that day. But if I don't have anything going on that day, I may just have to go down to Beer Keller and
Absolutely, yes, you should.
Definitely do that.
just-
Watching with just a group of people is a whole different experience.
Watching soccer with people is so much more fun than just watching it by yourself.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in there and be like, hey, guys, I am new to soccer.
Tell them just like that. Say you're new.
I'm new to soccer, and
I
saw
will
that
love you.
That you guys were supporting a team here, and I needed a team in this league, so can I join you?
Yeah, there's these two guys that won't shut up about it.
And your team is what? So I can throw you under the bus?
He doesn't follow you. You really don't follow. You just follow the Americans, really, right?
No, that's right.
For soccer, for Germany, I've got FC Kaiserslautern.
Okay,
Gotcha.
So there's a backstory to that with why, because I mean they are in Bundesliga too. Not only is it
Appreciate it, Mustafa.
not only is it the biggest club to where I was born in Germany.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But I was there the day they got relegated. I was actually in Kaiserslautern the day they got relegated from Bundesliga, and kind of just watching the just watching the fan support at the time, just even from being relegated, it really just drew me in and sold me on it. So yeah, I have been following them since
Are
that
they
time.
are they in the league right now?
Bundesliga 2. They're I think 5th in the table.
Okay.
5th or 6th.
You know, only the top 2 make it.
Yeah, I know. So that's
No,
You know,
3.
yeah. I thought it was top 2, and the third one's in the playoff relegation battle against.
You're
the
right.
Team in the yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I hope they make it, at least try to get to the playoff. I mean, I would be ecstatic if they got promoted, but there's a lot of good teams in Bundesliga too.
I'm excited. I like this. We're getting more and more into soccer. This is so good. This is amazing. I love this. At least we all have. So I know that I have my Premier League team. I have an
I didn't
MLS
show you
team.
my new shirt I got.
Crystal Palace. I saw that. Look at that.
Yeah, too bad you had to buy that after their unbeaten streak got broken.
Yeah, no
Well, I
kidding.
ordered it before the streak got broken. This actually came on Friday. I found this on Amazon for $16.98.
It's not bad.
No,
Ain't bad,
and it
man.
had it here in 3 days.
I got a Premier League in Tottenham. MLS is Charlotte.
Yep.
Okay. USL Championship, I got a team, which is here down the road.
I'll have to keep an eye on that Charleston team. I might have to pick them now.
There it is.
I
Love
would
it.
probably side more with Chattanooga Red Wolves than Birmingham Legion. We'll see.
I like the Red Wolves name.
I like that.
Yeah,
Red
that's
Wolves.
cool. Yeah.
So there it is, man. Look at us. I love it.
Look at me. I didn't even know anything about soccer 2 months ago, and now I've got 4 teams to follow.
That's the problem. That is the problem. And don't you worry, we will be picking in La Liga because we got to follow La Liga too.
Well, it's
Another
like
way.
that was my problem with soccer. It's like I don't even know. Like, there's so many teams and so many leagues, and like I didn't understand how it all worked. Now I'm starting to understand how it worked, and I see why I keep seeing all these teams and all these, as I call them, side bet kind of tournaments. It's like they got their regular league, and then they've got these cross leagues, and then they're
Well, Donnie, when you're single and have nothing but a lot of free time on your
Exactly.
hands, the only thing you do is just watch all these leagues. You find a way to make time for it.
100%. You will always find something to watch. There's some good. There's some interesting. I love Getafe. I love that saying that name.
Yes, it is a Hawaiian shirt. I have basically nothing but Hawaiian shirts because I look good in them.
Germany
And
sick.
that's similar to his. That's kind of his Tom Selleck model there, the red one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of definitely one of my Tiger Fit ones, but enjoy this one a lot.
What do you think of that comment?
Celtic always finds a way to screw up things. I got to see the field first. Like, I like when I have a soft spot for the Scottish teams, the Celtic and Rangers, but
Okay.
I don't know if Celtic's going to do it.
This is so exciting.
But guys, I've been teasing this for a few weeks.
Okay.
I think it's time to talk about the Swedish league.
Oh God. You're on your own on that one, buddy.
I'm not going to go into a whole description about this, but if you guys are a fan of soccer, just in general, you need to follow what's happening in the Swedish league right now. We have the best thing is a Leicester City situation. The team is called Mjällby.
What?
Mjällby.
Wait till you see how it's spelled.
Wait till you see how it's spelled. Yeah, it is a small fishing town in Sweden. If they are 11 points up with 4 games to go, and to give you an idea about how small this place is, if they make it to Champions League, they cannot host in their stadium because their stadium does not meet UEFA requirements.
Shut up.
Yeah, so. This is the kind of the place that I really want to focus. These are the kind of the games I like focusing on because you don't really see stories like this. But yeah, I think Associated Press did an article about them last week about one of the greatest stories you're not hearing about. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. They got 4 more games. They're 11 points ahead. Can they do it? We'll see. They had a chance to clinch yesterday, but Hammerby beat Gothenburg and did not give them the points for that. So Hammerby is still in second. They have a chance to read them, but they basically have to win all their games, and Mjällby has to lose all their games.
That's wild.
Let me answer this question. I forget. The store that I usually get my shirts from, Hilo Hatties out in Maui is where I got my first 2, and the quality of those were so good that I think their online stores now is where we get them from. And considering that I think the store that I went to in Maui did survive the wildfires, but I still like to support that store. Even I would willing to pay the shipping costs for them. They are just high quality shirts.
Interesting.
Top 5 places to wear a Hawaiian shirt?
Anywhere?
Anywhere. I said when I go to trash panda games, I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt and my minor league cap. It's a look. And also, yeah, the Hilo Hattie shirts, they are made there. They are made in Hawaii. That's the only way you can buy a shirt. Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian
That's
shirt
made in
review
Hawaii.
next week. Okay.
I mean, I can. Let me see. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I could probably do 5 right now. From, no, I got 3 from Hilo Hatties. I forgot where the other 2 came from. I have to go back and research that.
You know, the only reason why I have Hawaiian shirts is because Donnie sends them to me.
Well, the main reason I wore Hawaiian
Those are
shirts.
good giveaways for the
Those are
team.
great giveaways. I wear them all the time. Not gonna lie.
Well, the main reason why I wore Hawaiian shirts is because I was fat.
Okay.
So
All
now
right.
it's like, it helps cover that up a little bit more. Now it's actually, since I'm slimmed down a little bit, they actually just fit better now.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
By the way, too bad there's a. Have you ever done genealogy and all that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody? So
Yeah, I did.
I found out that my descendants come from the Canary Islands.
Okay.
Right? So the Canary Islands have a team. Unfortunately, they're not in the Liga. They're in Liga 2. So there's that.
Which team's in the Canary Islands for a Liga 2?
It's and it's Club Deportivo Tenerife.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Tenerife. So there you go.
Well, I'm mostly from Scottish background.
I am such a mutt. Yes, he does. By the way, the answer to this question is yes. You need to, if you wear a Hawaiian shirt, you have to. It's part of the deal.
That is
That
not
comes with it. Comes with it.
part of the deal.
You go give Virgil a weird rep there.
You're gonna put, you're putting a reputation on me that's not true.
They got anything they want in the Canary Islands. Are you kidding me? It's right off the coast of Africa. They don't care. They're living the dream.
Now, before we get into the Premier League, there's one more thing I want to talk about.
All right.
So I know you guys don't follow this, but I do, since it involves United States also. Congratulations to United States U20 team from
I
finishing
saw that.
the group. Now they lost to South Africa 2-1, but that was a different lineup. But they won their group, and as reward, they get to go up against Italy next.
Yikes!
So that's going to be a fun one. Now they beat France though in that table, in that group. So I'll be curious how they do in U20s. Usually when they get to the quarterfinals is when everything kind of falls apart. So, but we'll see. But yeah, congratulations to the U.S. men's national team U20s for winning the group.
Good for them.
All right, so let's hop into Premier League for a minute. Donnie, I remember you texting me about the game, and I'm telling you, man, it doesn't matter what kind of goal it is. It doesn't matter what happens. Jack Grealish, it can be anywhere in that box, and it is dangerous.
I know. It's just like it's such a cheap goal. Trying to clear the ball, and he just got his leg in the way, and he gets credit with a goal that was an accident. but it is what it is. So they shouldn't have been in that position anyway. I mean, they were playing really good, but I don't know, latter part of the second half, Everton just kept getting closer and closer to getting that score, and then when they tied it, man, that was so deflating. But that one for the win, that was rough. And Crystal Palace still had a couple of shots in the extra time.
There was one where I thought they were about to tie it again.
They had a couple of corner kicks that they should have converted on. Yeah, that's a tough loss right there. But now they got it out the way, they go on another winning streak. So
If you say so.
No, so I don't think that's going to be a problem for them. I think they'll bounce back fine because, I mean, really, we'll go ahead and just cut to the chase with that. They gave away that game.
Well, and they had just played on Thursday in that, the Kiev game. So
that is a tough turnaround for them. Yeah,
that's a turnaround there with the travel as well and all that. So, I mean, I assume that may have had a little bit to play with just fatigue, but it's still a ways to go. So,
well, I think their next game, let me see. I think it's Bournemouth, or is there somebody in between? Yeah, next game.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Is in Bournemouth, and of course,
Yeah,
Bournemouth,
everybody's off next week, and then
international break.
Yeah, okay.
But the game, Ed, your game.
I was nervous.
I
was nervous. I was nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. That game made me nervous as shit.
I thought that was gonna be a comfortable game for them. Apparently, it's not as comfortable as they wanted it to be.
Apparently,
Leeds away is not easy.
No. Leeds is a good ball club, right? Like, I mean, obviously they're competitive, but man, listen, Tottenham should be a little bit better and a better competition, but they made me nervous for most of the game. So they made it interesting. They were just, you know what it was? They were playing poor defense, man. They were making some stupid mistakes by the goal where, like, that one goal that they gave up to Leeds was like, dude, come on, man. You know you cannot be passing the ball right in front of the goal. Like, it's just, everybody knows that. Stop doing stupid shit like that.
Do you feel do you feel Tottenham is playing down again to their competition?
Yes, they did. That's the problem. They were looking ahead.
Because, I mean, they've had, I don't know, in the past few weeks, they've been kind of questionable, especially in Premier League. I mean, they tied Brighton, and Brighton probably should have won that game.
Should have.
Draw against Wolves at home. Wolves probably should have won that game, honestly, because I think that was a late goal there. In Champions League, you tied Bodo Glimt, which was that was in Norway, so that's never an easy game.
Yeah.
Especially with especially a smaller team like that. So, I mean, that getting away with the draw is not terrible on that one. But while you did get the win, I'm keeping an eye on the form on that one. I think the next game at home against Aston Villa
now we're on when it comes to the table, we're in third.
Yes.
Like, Tottenham is in third. So you got Arsenal, Liverpool, then Tottenham, Bournemouth, Man City not in fifth. Ugh.
I mean, they weren't going to be down for long, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, they've won 2 in a row. Liverpool lost 2 in a row. So, I mean, things are bouncing around right now.
Right. And Leeds is only in 15th. They just dropped because of the match. But, hey, the teams that we thought that were going to be at the bottom kind of are.
Speaking of which, I feel so bad for Wolves. I don't know if you saw their game, but they were completely on pace to win that game against Brighton. And Van Henke gets a equalizer at the 85th minute, and you could feel the deflation of that crowd just completely worn out. It was a silence. They still had a chance to win, but that's one they're gonna want back for sure. I thought they had it, and then did not in the end. But the other thing I want to talk about, I know this is still way too early. to talk about teams being relegated or relegated favorites. But man, I feel like Forest may be done.
Really?
Ever since they brought on their new manager, and Patrick and I were talking about this for a little bit, so him not being here kind of can't go into much insight as we'd like to. Their results after their new manager has been hired, they just looked very uninspired. They lost 2-0 to Newcastle. It really wasn't much of a fight in there. They lost their Europa League game to Midtjylland, lost at home to Sunderland. Now, they did tie. They have a draw with Real Betis. They had a draw with Burnley. But their results have not really shown anything to... I'm sorry. I just read that Patrick Mahomes just threw an interception.
He did. He just threw a 99-yard pick six.
Yikes!
Oh.
Am I the only one that thinks that Patrick Mahomes is walking with a stick up his ass
No,
every time he walks?
no. I think you've mentioned that every time.
And I'm going to keep saying it. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I mean, they were getting ready to pound it in, and Devin Lloyd just right over the middle. I mean, he never saw him coming across, and then there was nobody to catch him.
He was all by himself. Look at that.
Wow.
Well, they should have followed the Carolina Panthers mantra.
Yeah.
Brother, can we talk about, again, really quick, just want to do it. I'm looking at it really quick on the championship table. Have you seen where Sheffield United is at right now?
Are they still at the bottom?
Right at the tippy top of the bottom. Right at the bottom. You got them, Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford, Blackburn Rovers, Derby County, Northwich, and then Wrexham.
Now, Sheffield, I think, actually won their game last week.
So, but yeah, they're right now. I'm looking at the table. Sheffield is right there. But this is Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, they're at the bottom. Coventry City, Middlesbrough, and Leicester City are at the top three.
I mean, I love I've been watching Coventry because of Haji, right?
Yeah,
and that's a fun team to watch.
But if Premier League stays the way that it is, you got Burnley, West Ham, and Wolves.
I don't see Burnley going down. I think they'll probably.
So you see Nottingham Forest and Burnley flip flopping.
Unless Nottingham turns it around in some way, I see free fall for them.
Or what about Brentford?
I think Brentford's going to stay up.
Okay, so because you got Brentford, Leeds, and then Fulham.
Yeah, I think Fulham's good. Leeds. I know initially I said Leeds, which is probably not going to. They're still up for debate. I don't know. I can't see Burnley.
Oh, they're right there. Right now, they're 18th. So if not them, then who? Because you got some, then when it goes up, you got Aston Villa, Brighton, Newcastle United, Manchester United, Sunderland, Everton, Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we're in the top 10 at that point, right?
Yeah, maybe Manchester United goes down. I don't know.
I highly doubt it. Highly doubt that that's ever going to happen.
No, I think the whole Premier League would implode if that happened.
My man is running out of breath running for that 99-yard.
I mean, dang, I'm running out of breath just watching that.
I know, for real. I can see that it stays like that. West Ham, Burnley, and
Holy
Wolves.
shit! Is he gonna run this kick back?
Nope.
Almost.
But there's a flag.
Now Wrexham has actually gone on a 3-game unbeaten streak, so they're starting to show. No,
They're starting. Yeah, I still got hope for Wrexham. I still got hope for them.
They're all 1-1 draws, to be fair, but still they're not losing points.
They're not moving up. This is their first year really, and championship. They're got to get used to it, and I still think that they're going to be good. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, I don't
give them a couple of years.
I don't think anybody was expecting them to be promoted.
You're talking about holding, by the way. That was a holding. There was a holding on the on Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean Wrexham's they'll probably finish middle of the pack. It is first
which
year.
is fine, which is perfectly fine. That is
Absolutely.
perfectly fine. Compared to where you were at a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
this is listen. This is a successful 5 years for them.
Definitely. Yeah.
Meteoric, rise to all the way to championship. Oh, dude, take it and go with it. So, I'm like 2 episodes left. I have 2 episodes left to catch up on that league. It is so good, that docuseries.
It is. We've finished all of the current stuff. So
Did you have you been watching the other one, Necaxa?
no.
Watch that one because they're
Okay.
also involved with them.
Okay.
The both McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. Yep,
Okay.
along with Eva Longoria. God bless her.
But also, that'll give you a chance to learn about a new league. Also,
Yeah.
I know I said also twice, but whatever.
No, I'm with you. I got you. I got it.
Which league is that following?
Liga MX.
Yeah, say again.
Liga MX, Mexican.
Oh, okay.
That's a Mexican. Yeah, Liga MX. Very popular.
Don't give me another league to follow.
No. We're not. We gotta hold.
I gotta limit myself. I'm like, okay, I want a team here. Like I can't.
That's too much.
follow that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, like Donnie, like as much as I've been watching different leagues, I can't even get in the Mexican league because I'm so confused about their system.
That's a confusing system. So I'm not even gonna bother in going with that. So
Because like I forgot which one it was. It was a few years ago where Club America was in the bottom.
yeah,
But they didn't get relegated because there was a whole nother side to it where they didn't get. And I'm like, what? I don't understand this.
I don't bother. I stop.
I'm sure if I researched it, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. But am I going to do that? No. Don't have time.
No, we have enough to worry about on this show on Break Even Sports Talk, guys. Hey, do we have time?
I mean, what time? Do you got some F1 stuff to talk about?
I do. I'm excited for this one.
Well, I need a break, so go ahead and talk about it.
So there's a couple of things that happened in Formula One if you guys didn't watch this. Okay, so one, congratulations to McLaren. They officially clinched the Constructors Championship. So when it comes to Formula One, there's 2 championships that you got to look at, right? You got the Constructors, which is the team championship, and then there is the driver championship right now, which, by the way, Oscar Piastri, as of right now, still in the lead. Then you got Lando Norris, number 2, and then you got Max Verstappen, who is number 3. There was some controversy at the Singapore race this weekend, right at the very beginning when everything was just started, right? So you had George Russell at first, you got Max Verstappen was number 2, and then you had both Oscar Piastri, which he was on the outside, and Lando Norris on the inside. Lando Norris did a little bump. Again, he didn't have a lot of room. So, he was trying to, compete with Max Verstappen. That was his competition. There was nothing going on. Nothing really bad happened, but Oscar Piastri took it a little personal, saying, hey, he bumped me. Is that what we do now? We bumping, teammates off. In which, again, I'm Oscar. I'm a little mad, but I also at the same time, there was nothing wrong that Lando Norris did. So there was a little controversy because at the end of the race, the way that it ended up being was George Russell, Mercedes, number 1, Max Verstappen, Red Bull, number 2, and then Lando Norris, number 3. That was your top 3, right? Number 4 was Oscar Piastri. And the way that it ended was like, all right, cool. If it stood, which it did, then that meant that McLaren was going to win the Constructors Championship. There's nothing else you can do, in the next couple of races. It's over, right? So Zach Brown, which is an American, the CEO of McLaren, right? He's always there. So he is congratulating Oscar Piastri. So what ends up happening is Oscar Piastri disconnected the radio on purpose because he didn't want to hear it. He is still mad at what happened early in the race with Lando Norris, saying, is this what we're going to allow now going forward? So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is broken down in the next couple of races between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Everything was good Right, but there's as you guys, I don't know if you guys already know, but like when it comes to with Formula One, there's always some drama, there's always some controversy in between teams, and this is one of them right now that I'm keeping an eye on because it's going to be really interesting on because they're making they're getting close to the standings right now, so it's it's going to be interesting. So right now, and I'm going to give you the number. So Oscar Piastri has 336 points, and then Lando Norris has 314 points. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races left in this. So this could potentially mean, because then you got not too far down at 273 points, you got Max Verstappen and George Russell. Right, the top 5 is we'll round it up with Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. With both those guys are with Ferrari. I'm telling you, if you guys are not watching Formula One, this would be a good time for you guys to start watching this, because it is fun to watch all of this. And the cool thing about Formula One, you get to hear them talk on the radio.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, I don't know that. That's right.
Yeah, you get to hear what they're saying. It's like, like they, they're talking about the race and everything, and all of a sudden you see that, like, hey, box, which means come in so you can change your tires and everything. And you know how fast these guys change tires?
Like 3 seconds or something. isn't it?
Less than 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I think by the
That's
time
crazy.
the tires are on.
It's just boom, boom. They're so quick and so fast. They're at the best of their where they're at what they're doing, right? So again, the next race is USA, so that I'm very intrigued on how this is going to happen, because obviously you got your practice, then you got your qualifying, right? And that's where we're going to go see what happens, right? One of my favorite racers, by the way, which he doesn't have a chance in hell to come even close, is Carlos Sainz with Williams, Williams is a very small company. They're not going to compete, but it's pretty interesting to see how they're doing. And then they were top 3 this like a couple weeks ago, so keep an eye on that, man.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of
that
crazy.
is
You
your
only got
Formula
four.
One.
You got 4 drivers that have won all the races.
Oh yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
it's usually your Red Bulls, your Mercedes, McLaren. Those are where you're going to see your and Ferrari. That's it. The rest are just competing for middle.
So is that common to have that few? Well,
Yeah. Right now it's very common. I wish it was a little bit more competitive. I'm very intrigued with how Cadillac is going to come next year, because that's another team that's coming that's going to join the fold. And you got Checo, who is Mexican, and you got Valtteri Bottas, who is going to be the 1 and 2 seeds for Cadillac. So I am very intrigued at how this is going to play out for another American team, because you already have an American team competing in Formula One. That's Haas. So, and that's your Formula One discussion, guys.
Okay. Well, I've been a fan of Ferrari since 1981 with Magnum PI. So
I'm a fan of Lewis Hamilton. I am. I like Lewis.
I've just honestly, I've always loved Ferraris. That was one of those things when I was a teenager. It's like, yeah, by the time I'm 30, I want to be retired and own a Ferrari, and of course
That never happened, right? None of us, yeah.
No, but it was always the teenage dream. So,
that's the second time you have gotten a Magnum PI reference, and I'm impressed.
I love Magnum PI. Every time you wear that shirt,
You
it
wear
makes
the
me think
Hawaiian
about it.
shirt that just reminds me of Magnum PI.
I know.
Well, you should have seen the days when I had like my full mustache at the time, because
Oh Lord! Oh God! You went full Tom Selleck, huh?
oh yeah, it was pretty close.
I don't know if I've got it out. I've got a couple of little like mini like Matchbox Ferraris and stuff around somewhere, but they might be packed up.
Listen, Patrick Mahomes better chill out. He's about to get hit good if he doesn't chill out.
What, I run to the side again and then try to get back in.
Yeah. I hope somebody knocks him out good.
So there's one more thing to talk about this evening.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I saved this for last because I know we all 3 have different teams and different opinions on this. NHL regular season starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So how are you guys feeling about your teams? Because I know how I'm feeling about my team, and honestly, the prognosis is not looking good.
Uh, I
I mean, it's too early to tell. I think Florida's going to be pretty good again, but I just don't know. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh yeah, we're poised to win it all again." That doesn't just happen. So
Mac, the Oilers still look strong.
Yeah.
That's a team that I got to keep an eye on, right? Um, uh, I'm glad that I'm not on the same division as the Panthers because I hate the Panthers. What I do? I don't like the Panthers. I'm sorry.
Man,
I don't like that little guy.
I forgot why you not like the Panthers.
They're dirty players, bro. They play dirty. I'm sorry. They play dirty. Donnie doesn't think so, but I think they play dirty.
they play hard.
Bullshit. That's just get out of here.
Well, we picked up. Oh shoot! What? I'm horrible with names. Who
Yeah.
was the guy we picked up last year that was kind of on the
Oh,
verge
from Boston.
from Boston? Yeah,
That turd nugget.
and he's back.
Of course he's back. Why would he be back?
Yeah,
he won the Stanley Cup with them.
Right. So I'll give you partial credit on that one for him because
Partial
he
credit
can
my
be.
ass.
He can be a little suspect.
He can suck it. I don't like Tkachuk either. He does play dirty. I don't want to hear it. He does play dirty. He does. He does the whole shoving you in the back when no one's looking and playing dirty, trying to get you. I hate that.
Yeah.
Just play normal, man.
It's aggressive. Let's call it aggressive.
Bullshit. That's
I
dirty.
call it thorough.
There you go. He's thoroughly aggressive.
Thoroughly cheating. Thoroughly aggressively cheating. I gotta see what my team is. Look, I'm not they're 1-3-2 in preseason, so I wasn't really too impressed with any of them right now. I gotta see. Sebastian Aho is back. I gotta see, man. I don't know how I feel about the Carolina Hurricanes just yet. Although they do have a brand new alternate jersey that I think is absolutely fire.
That is. I love that jersey.
So I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect with Predators this year. I think it's going to be another long season for them. Like, Philip Forsberg is going to get his goals. I know that much. But defensively, I mean, Roman Yossi's still there. That's kind of an aging defense line. So I don't know how it's going to go. I could be wrong. I think it could be a good season, but I'm just kind of expecting more of the same compared to last year.
I gotta wait. Also, the president of the Carolina Hurricanes just resigned today, so that's interesting. I don't know
I meant to look it up before we got on tonight. I didn't get a chance to see if there was anything specific about why he did it suddenly.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere right before the start of the season. That's just a little too suspicious. Doing that now. So I gotta see what's going on, man. I really do. I don't know what's going on with that. That makes me nervous. Again, Darren, that's not. Oh God, that stupid interception. That was a horrible interception.
Wow, the Tampa Bay Lightning have been put serious disciplinary measures from the NHL.
4.
This just came out 20 minutes ago. NHL took action against Tampa Bay Lightning for the improper conduct during the heavy loss against the Panthers. This followed 7-0 defeat to the Panthers on Saturday, which was highlighted by an unusual number of penalties and ejections.
Also, they were playing.
League slap fines on both teams and its head coach, blah, blah, blah. So NHL.
Again, there it is. So
the team got hit with a $100,000 fine. Head coach John Cooper was fined $25,000 right after the game. And seems like there's some suspensions. I thought it just said. Yeah, there's going to be some suspensions
on both teams or just Tampa.
That's what I think I was on Tampa. I'm trying to. Oh no, it says slap fines on both teams and its head coach, plus suspensions and extra fines for players due to a wild preseason game. I don't see anything though. Oh, let's see where it says who. Okay, so Scott Savorin suspended 4 games. JJ Moser will sit out 2 games. That's the only 2 names I see.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We got to keep an eye out for that. I cannot wait to see what I want to get me a new Hurricanes hat. I wish they had it with the mascot, what they have on the patch, on the side patch for the jersey for the
Mhm.
Carolina. I wish they had a hat with that, but I don't see a hat at all. We might have to see it when I go to a game. I gotta go to a game this season. Hockey games are fun, dude.
They are. I want to get to another NHL game. I was glad we got to get that Sharks game in when we went to California last year
Yeah.
with Patrick and Eric.
Also, can't forgive the Panthers for what they did to my boy TJ Shylot. Okay, I'm sorry. He's a good play-by-play, and then they decided to let him go. So I think some bullshit.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Although he's doing pretty good. He got a lot of games now. Calling a lot of games in the area. So I'm happy for him on that. I
Yeah,
think we covered a
I'm trying
lot
to
tonight.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
we did.
convince Rhonda to go Friday night to Florence for the Ice Cats PD Ice Cats opening night game, their first game of the new
Mhm.
New team inaugural game.
Which league is it in?
That is the what's it called? The Federal. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's the same ones that the Athens Rock Lobsters are in.
What
Okay, I
hat
didn't
are you wearing, by the way?
My Rock Lobsters hat.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second here. It's the how do they?
That
It's
looks
the
like a
federal something league. I don't want to say it wrong, and I'm saying it wrong. I'm just trying
so
to
it's
find.
independent.
It's independent league, yes.
Hey,
dang.
my condolences to your wife on fantasy football.
Yeah, she said that she got home. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I don't." She's like, "I don't even think I have
Mm-mm.
60 points or something." And I have no idea what she's done the rest of the night.
Although Pat
Seven.
Mahomes is making it interesting, and Kareem Hunt just scored a touchdown.
It's the federal. Here it is. The Federal Prospects Hockey League, the FPHL.
Interesting. So it's a prospect league.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys can get signed and brought over to affiliated hockey league.
Hockey, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I was going to show you this. So this is a corduroy hat. I picked this up when we went to the Rock Lobsters game last season. I love it. It's got the lobster claw.
That's
The
cool.
Hockey sticks. It claws up, and it's a corduroy dad hat. Rock Lobsters on the back.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, this is a very sweet hat right here.
I like it. All right. Okay.
All right. Last call for any other topics.
I'm good, man. I covered what I wanted to talk about tonight.
Yeah, like I said, we were able to cover a lot. We didn't even have to go into music like we said we were going to, like the past.
We have never circled back around to our
You know
rap
what? But
thing, our
we'll
rap-
put it
rap
in the
artist.
back pocket. We'll keep it in the
Yeah.
back pocket. So
Well, when more sports are starting up, because we're going to be. I don't know how close we're going to be following NHL. Yeah, I kind of think we're going to go over that every Monday.
yeah.
Really notable about that. I mean, we'll find a way. Soccer is always going to be a year-long
Well,
thing.
So, but you also have, obviously the Premier League is still going, but like, in the MLS playoffs about to start soon. USL Championship playoffs is about to start. So there's definitely some things to talk about there. I'm going to be watching some of those games just to stay up to date with those ones, right? So we got a lot of things to talk about, still. FCF football, obviously we've got college football this winter. I think we'll be fine with a lot of topics for the foreseeable future.
I'm looking forward to when we get to the playoffs for FCS.
Oh my god! You know how excited I am for that.
We may as well go ahead and just pick every one of those games when it comes down to our picks on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, listen, we will spend, when they release the schedule, that's where we got to come up and sit down and then just do a live stream of like picking those games, because that's going to be when they release the schedule. It's going to be exciting.
Actually, I think their selection show is actually Monday.
Huh.
Monday. I could be. It's not a weekend. I don't think. Unless
I'm
it changes.
excited.
Yeah, that's on a Monday. Oh, yeah, we gotta do that.
Definitely. Oh my God, you kidding me?
Well, like I said, we will be back tomorrow with full gang when we go over baseball, college football, and pro. It's going to be a lot of interesting takes and maybe even a rant from me about a certain game and something that happened during that game. We'll see what happens. So, as always, thank you for joining tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.